Get back my presentation here. Okay, I'll just start up. People can join in if they decide they want to, and I'll send out the recording afterwards. But we are just going to talk about Listing Concierge today, whether you're new to Coldwell Banker, which I know none of you are except Haley, and or you just need a refresher course. So we'll just go over a little bit about everything today. So you can stay muted. There's not many of us, so if you have a question, you can pop on and just ask it. I don't mind, or you can put it in the chat if you don't have a microphone. That's fine as well. I will also ask at the end if anybody has questions, and I am recording, so I will send that out via the chat and through my recap at the end. We are going to go over a little bit about what Listing Concierge is, how you can prepare for your listing, the ordering process, the proofing process, the closing process, and then we'll end it with any questions you guys might have. So what is Listing Concierge? It is our comprehensive, efficient, and cost-effective solution to market your listings that differentiates yourself from your competition. It helps you win more listings as an agent. It proves your value proposition. So when you are at the listing appointment with your clients, gives you the overhand advantage over somebody else. And then it allows you to turn that one listing into 3 by marketing yourself. So it's got a lot of value in it. The prices are highly discounted, so Coldwell Banker subsidizes the pricing for you. I spoke to an agent recently who was spending about $3,000 marketing her properties at her prior brokerage. So she was ecstatic to find out that she could get all that plus for a fraction of the cost. So under $1,000, she can get the same stuff that she was getting for $3,000. So a quick look at our packages. We have 4 different packages. As you see on the screen, we have bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. Bronze is our newest. It was added last year, and it is our lowest package. It includes your photography and digital marketing only. And then our silver, gold, and platinums, they contain all of the print pieces. So if you do want those printed pieces, make sure you go with silver or above. And then each package you can also use as a global luxury. So if your property is global luxury, there's just a little button I'll show you when we get into the live demo that you can turn on those global luxury pieces. Here's a quick look at what comes in your Listing Concierge packages. They all come with photos. We've partnered with quite a few photographers in our area. You also have the option of using your own photographer and receiving in our market area, it is an $80 credit towards your package price. Your photography is going to be used in all of the pieces. So your slideshows, your social medias, all your printed mailers, and then you can also pull those photos out and put them on your MLS listing with your local Metro List area or MLS area. So that's really cool. You're going to get a property photo slideshow, web and social media marketing. That's through our Home Spotter Boost program. Just listed and just sold e-blasts. So those go out to your prospect square contacts. Should you want them to, you just have to let your Listing Concierge coordinator know. There are social media banners, on demand print from home or the office flyers for if you're doing an open house or just want to put some flyers in the box on the sign. Mailers are going to go out. Those are your just listed and just sold mailer postcards. They're going to put an ad in a local magazine or newspaper of your choice. You're going to have a TV spot on our At Home in Northern California that I believe it's on Saturdays on the CW. And then those videos are also hosted on the YouTube page. So you could pull them off and share them on your website or on your own social media page. I'm not going to go in depth on each package, so I just chose the gold package to really highlight. I feel like it is the best value for you as an agent. A retail value, that means if you were to do all these pieces separate and on your own, you would be spending just under $1,700. As a Coldwell Banker agent, you only spend $460, and that includes your television ad. So that is a 30-second spot on that At Home in Northern California I just talked about. It is narrated, it scrolls through your photos, it's got your picture. It's a really neat spot to advertise yourself. Your digital pieces, so you're going to have a professionally designed single property website that you can share with your sellers or just through your social media. You're going to have geographically targeted marketing for 5 days on to a local audience online and on social media. And actually it says local, but you have the ability to custom tailor where you want that marketing sent to. Your just listed and just sold e-blasts are part of that digital marketing. We have what's really cool, and I see a lot of people miss out on this, so don't miss out on your mobile brochures. So what those are is when you get your sign put up at the property, we have a special rider that goes on your sign that has a text number and a keyword. And so if somebody drives by, they text that number using geolocating, it sends them it's basically like a digital flyer about the home right to their phone. The other cool thing is when they do that and they fill out that form, it's going to alert you that you have a potential lead. And so then you can reach out to that person. So that is really awesome. Make sure you're adding that to your sign orders. Your new listings are distributed via email to all active members of your local MLS. That's through what we call the update. There's branded property marketing overview report for the seller. So that is a report at the very end. It gets printed out and it shows your seller everything you did through this package to market their home. And then the print pieces that go out on this package are a photo displayed print advertisement that's going to be in the what is it called? The Sacramento magazine or the Sacktown magazine, or whatever publication you decide that you want it to go out in. You get 50 professionally printed property brochures, and you have so many options of sizes and templates that you can choose from. They're really beautiful to have at your open houses or just to hand out to people that come see the home. You get 100 tri-fold property announcements that come in those beautiful silver envelopes. I don't even like calling them just listed cards because they're so much more than that. They're beautiful. If you haven't seen one in person before, ask your staff member or your manager at your office to show you what those look like. But they get mailed out to a radius of 100 people around the property, and it looks almost like an invitation. So they're really, really beautiful. And then at the end of your transaction, you get 100 super jumbo just sold postcards, and they are printed and mailed after you close. So you get so much, and your cost in the Sac Tahoe area is only $460. If you are not in the Sac Tahoe area and you want to learn more about what the packages are in your local area, if you just go to the Listing Concierge tile in my CB desk, click on the 3 little dots in the bottom right-hand corner and click on Help Center. There's a lot of information in there for you, but there is a link called Packages, and in that link, you can see what is included in all of the local areas. So to use Listing Concierge, this is just a quick summary of the steps. First, you just fill out the order form and select which package you want to go with. This is a little bit out of order, but then you schedule your photography for when works for you and your client. Then you go in and you put in your marketing copy, which is basically the description you put in MLS. And then you select and proof your marketing pieces, and they all just go out automatically for you once you have proofed and approved them. Okay, so once you get the listing and you're trying to decide when you should order, there is this really helpful tool back in the listing concierge tile on desk. The three little dots, those ellipses down there. If you click on timelines, there's a really neat tool. I'm going to go to the next page. All you do is input the date that you scheduled photography, and it's going to tell you the timeline of when each piece will be available for you. So remember, it's a useful tool for before you purchase your package, so you know how far in advance to begin your process. It's kind of personal how often or how when you decide to start your package. Some people do it right before the listing goes live. Some people like to space it out really far and get everything in order right beforehand. So you can work with your office staff or your field marketing specialist to really nail in what works for you. When it comes to proofing your pieces, you just, after you submit your order, you'll see your status as new and then pending under the tracking on most of the products. It will actually say to do for a while until you put in your marketing copy. So if you're going in there and you're like, oh, I feel like this should be ready, make sure you have your marketing copy and headline added, or else it will not be assigned to a listing concierge coordinator. Once it's been assigned to that coordinator, that's when your pieces will start appearing and will show the proofing status for you. And we'll go over all this in the live demo pretty soon. After your photos come in about 24 hours after they are taken. So there's a really quick turnaround time. So after those photos come in, you will receive an email from your coordinator letting you know it's time to start proofing. That's when it's time to head back into your listing concierge tile and check on the statuses again. See, if you see the word proofing, that means you'll just need to go in and look at what they designed for you and either approve or reject what they designed. If it looks good, just hit approve. If there's something you want changed, you hit reject and add some notes, and they'll go back in and they will fix that for you. There are also some self-service products. These are things that are great to do while you're waiting for those other pieces to be into the proofing status. So your brochure is one of those options. They give you the choice to get those going right away once your photos come in, so you don't have to wait for your listing concierge coordinator to get that designed for you. And then you can do flyers, you can do your social media piece, and you can do your single property website, I believe. Those are all things you can start working on right when you get photos. When you're ready to approve a product, all you do is open it up, you look through it, make sure everything looks good, and then you would just click on this approve and continue button. If you reject the item, it gets sent back to your coordinator for them to review. And then once you hit approve and continue, they are automatically sent out right that second to the printer. So always make sure you're double checking everything. There's no going back once you do hit approve. So it's really important to remember, only hit approve if you are 100% satisfied with what it's going to come out like. If you have any questions about that or you're a little bit nervous, you can always schedule some time with your field marketing person or your sales support administrator to really have two eyes looking at it until you get the hang of it. Okay, once you close out your deal, everything's gone great. You get all those offers in and you're ready to send out those just sold postcards. There's a few things you need to do in Listing Concierge. So you have to go back in and approve your just sold postcards. You don't want to do that while it's still pending or while it's still active, because then you're sending out just sold on a property that is not ready to have just sold sent out. So this is something that you need to do as part of your closing. So you'll just go in, make sure those are how you want them, approve them, get those sent out. You can then create a just sold social media piece, which are really neat. And then the last part is make sure you're grabbing your leads out of the Home Spotter Boost tile on desk. It is a little bit of a two-step process. So if you need help, make sure you're reaching out to those staff members to get that done. But you do have leads coming in from your social media pieces. So don't leave those lying on the table. Those are really important for you. Okay, tips for success. Once you hit the approve button, it is going to go right to print. Like I said before, make sure you're ready before that happens. When you're setting up your profile, if you get your addresses set up, your checkout is going to be a lot quicker. And then, as always, it is okay to ask for help. So contact your listing concierge coordinator or your staff members or your field marketing specialists if you need help making any edits, or if it's a little overwhelming for you while you're getting the hang of it. We are always here to help, and we love getting in there and helping you guys. So don't hesitate to reach out for any help you might need. Okay, so quick review of the goals of Listing Concierge. So Listing Concierge is going to help you win every listing if you make sure to leverage it during your listing presentations. There are pieces in Moxie that help you do this. It helps you enhance your value proposition and eliminate that commission debate because you are providing such a high quality property marketing through this program. And then, since it is such a great program, it's going to help you turn that one listing that you bought it on into 3 others, because the advertising will showcase you as an agent and show all those amazing marketing pieces you're doing, and that will in turn attract future clients to you. Okay, so let's jump into the live demo here. Let me change how I present. Does anybody have questions before we go into the live part? I know I kind of went through that kind of quickly, but. Okay, so Listing Concierge lives in mycbdesk.com. Here is Listing Concierge. These 3 little buttons, the ellipses at the bottom, this is where your help center and your timeline generator is going to live. And then once you log in, this is what your dashboard is going to look like. If you've never logged in before, or you've never placed an order before, the first thing you want to do is come up here to your profile section and get that all updated. Oh, great. Hold on one second. I tried to be prepared and it kicked me out. Sorry, guys. Getting there, we're getting there. Okay, so in your profile section here, make sure your office information is correct. You are going to want to upload your headshot here. It's going to have you crop it 3 different ways because of the different pieces that it's going to be printed on. So make sure you're cropping it exactly how you want it. If you want your name to be displayed differently than it comes through from your profile, make sure you update it there. You can add additional phone numbers if you have an office number or a fax number. I don't even think that's an option anymore. Forget I said that. But if you want to add your office phone number or an additional phone number, you can do that here. If you have a personal logo or some branding that you use, you can upload it here. That will print on your pieces for you. Add your designation. Do you like to go by realtor or sales associate or broker? Whatever your designation is, make sure you're adding it there. And then add your website URL into this section here. I don't have a website, so I'm not going to add that. You also have the option of adding your social media links down here. So make sure you're filling out this profile to the maximum. Once you're done with that, to place a new order, all you got to do is click on this big blue add a new order button. You add in your address. This one's in Placerville. If you do not have your MLS number handy quite yet, don't worry, we can add that later. If you do, go ahead and add it now. And then if your listing is a global luxury listing, you would just select this button here. If you need help finding out whether it is global luxury or not, let an office staff know. We'd be happy to help you. Okay, so your options as packages, you'll see there's 5 different options. I only went over 4 at the beginning. We do have a $0 option that's going to give you the capability to make flyers, a social media banner, a single property website, and a video slideshow. So if you have your own photos and you just want to make a flyer for an open house or whatever, you can come in and select this self-service option. Moving over to the next one is our bronze. This is the package that includes your photography, all those other pieces that you get in self-service. So your flyers, your social media banners, the website, and then you get the email flyers on this one. So those are the flyers that go out to your sphere via Prospect Square. Excuse me. You will get your listing featured in the update. That is the email that goes out to all agents listed within your local MLS system. You get 10 days of our social and web advertising via HomeSpotter Boost. And then you get that video slideshow. If you don't want photography, you have your own photos, you just toggle the button. It's going to update the price at the top for you so that you know you're only paying that $80 for the digital pieces. Moving over to silver, same option all the way across. If you have your own photos, toggle that button off. It will adjust the price for you, and then it will not have you select which photography vendor you want to use in the next section. This one is going to include 50 just listed postcards, 25 of those beautifully printed brochures. And if you notice, there's little radio buttons here next to our brochure options. If you toggle it off, it is going to give you more time. And let me scroll down because it's a little farther down. So it's going to add additional time to your web advertising. So traditionally, the silver package does not come with any advertising through the Boost program. You'll see if I turn the brochures back on, it is not included. So if you would rather have that social media presence instead of printed brochures, just make sure you're toggling that button. And you can do that with each of the upper packages. So we went over the gold package. The platinum package comes with everything the gold package comes with, and then you get a choice of an aerial photo, a Matterport 3D, a floor plan, twilight, video tour, aerial video, or virtual staging. So you get additional photography pieces on that one. You also get, let me scroll down here at the bottom. You get more social media advertising time. And you get a longer television and video portion on that show. The other piece is if you select a magazine, your ad will be a little, I think it's a half-page ad instead of the quarter page or whatever the gold package is. So everything's just a little bit bigger in the platinum package for you. So today we will order a gold package. If you did not toggle on that radio button about whether you want brochures or advertising time, it's going to ask you again. So I want the brochures, so I'm going to say do not make any edits. From here, it's going to just walk you through all the next steps. So listing details, you'll come in, you get to decide what the property type is. Say single family. Is it active, pending, or sold currently? We'll say active. You get to enter your list price. So we'll say going for $1 million. This is a new feature they just added. It used to just say listed at. Now you get to decide how you want it labeled. So you have the option of offered at, priced at, listed at, starting at, or if you're coming in to do it on the just sold side, you can do sold for or closed at. So you have some choices there. You also don't even have to display it. You can say display list as price upon request. If you feel like your pricing might be changing a lot, you might want to go with that as your option. Next, you get to add your bedrooms and bathrooms, and they let you decide how you want it labeled. Do you want it to say bedrooms or just beds? So we'll just say beds and bath or bathrooms. Your square footage, your lot size. You can choose between square feet and acres. And you just click next here. The next part, it's going to ask you, are you listing as a single agent or are you co-listing? So if you are co-listing, it allows you the option to search and select your co-lister, or if you're on a team, so you have all those options. Next part, it's going to have you select your photographer and your preferred date and time. If you don't know which photographer you would like to use, you can always ask your office staff. They usually have a good idea of the best in the area. So we'll do quick videos. It will then come up with a calendar for you to give them a day that is going to work for you and a time that's going to work for you. Just remember, this is not when your actual appointment is going to be. This is just giving the photographer a roundabout of when you would like them to come. They are going to call you and verify that time and date. So just remember to answer your phone, because the photographer is going to call to verify. So we'll say we want them to come Saturday at 9:30 a.m. and we are Pacific time. It gives you the option of putting in some notes for your photographer. So if you are on a lockbox, or if you have any comments for your photographer, you can add them in here. You can also talk to them when they call you to verify the appointment. Next, it's going to have you customize your package. So since we are getting those brochures printed, it's asking us what size of brochure we would want. We do really cute 8x8s. An 8.5 by 11, that's a single sheet, one double-sided, or the 11 by 17, those are folded, so you can get them folded all different ways. So I like to go with the big ones. Your paper type, are you a glossy or a matte kind of person? It's totally up to you. You have both choices. Next, it's going to ask us which advertising publication we want to advertise in. So as you can see, I am in the Sac Tahoe area. I do have the ability to choose a Bay Area publication. The Bay Area News Group is going to be more your San Jose area. East Bay Times is going to be your Danville, Pleasant View, I think those places over there. And then you can see there's a lot of other choices. Mountain Democrat is our El Dorado County newspaper. And then the Sacktown and Sacramento magazines are great choices as well for this area. So we'll just choose Sacramento Magazine. These are printed. There's a print schedule. So in the Listing Concierge Help Center, if you want to know which one is printing first and you just want it to get out, check out that print schedule to find out which one has the upcoming print date for you. If you want to add additional brochures, just sold cards or mailers, you have the option to do so. It just, you put in, I want 15 more. It's going to tell you the additional cost right here. For this one, I'm not going to add anything additional. Okay, so now we're done. Now all you have to do is check out. Let's say you are ready, you're going to get your package, but you're just not quite ready to check out yet. Don't even worry about it. Get this far, and then you can always come back in and complete the order at a later time. It is going to stay there for you. I have an order going already, so let's open this up so I can show you what it looks like once we have photos back, once we have some things to proof. So you just come in here under order management, you're going to see the product tracking list on the right hand side. So anything that says partial service, that allows you to know you can go in and make adjustments and edits and grab those pieces right away. Things that say to do just means that your listing concierge coordinator, so that person is going to be listed over here on the left hand side. They are working on those pieces for you and they're not quite ready. And then anything that says proofing means they have gone ahead and finished that and it's ready for you to approve. So my brochure is ready. All you do is click on brochure. And hopefully it comes up for me. Okay, so this is the brochure that Allison made for me. I can decide if I love it and I'm ready for it to be printed, or maybe I want something a little bit different. So you have options up here to make edits. That's going to allow you to change the photos and the wording that's on there. You can also change the design. So let's say I want a totally different type of brochure. You just click on change design. You can scroll through all of these and decide which one you like. If you want to see one a little bit larger, all you do is click on it. It's going to open a template for you to view. So I think I like that one. So we'll select that design. Take some time to put it all back together for me. Okay, so now it shows you what it's going to look like with that new design. Front, middle, words. I love it. I'm ready. I want it to go out. So we'll just click next. It's going to tell you the details of that order. Next. So it's going to then ask you where you want them sent to. You just click send brochures to this address, and then it's going to give you the address on the right hand side. If you want them to come to your home or the property address, go ahead and enter that there. And then to complete, all you do is send to print, and then it's gone. Then they're getting printed and they'll be to you within I believe it's 2 business days. So that's pretty awesome. One thing I skipped over, I forgot to tell you, is we need to add our property description. So once your order is complete, you want to come back in here under property description. That's where you will add your marketing copy. Most people just take it directly from what they're going to put in MLS and add it here. Your listing concierge coordinator is going to proofread it, just make sure it's looking good for fair housing and for typos, that sort of thing. And then just click save and it will be integrated into your pieces as you go forward. If you did not have your MLS number when you ordered, but you have it now, you want to come back into listing details and add that here. Once your listing goes live in the MLS, that is when your internet marketing is going to start going out. So you want to make sure to add that MLS ID or you're going to miss out on that internet marketing piece. Oh, I don't know. That's not a number, but we'll just pretend. If you ever need to change any of the details of your home, you can do that. Manage details, switch it up, change it to global luxury, change your listing price. You have all the options to update as you go here. And that in a nutshell is our listing concierge program. When you are done with your order, you've completed it, you've done your just sold cards and it's all done. You don't want to see it anymore. You have the option to do this little eye here in the upper left-hand corner. That's going to archive your listing for you so that you know it's done and complete and you don't need to work on it anymore. You do still have access to it just up here. Click on archived. It's going to show you all of your archived orders. If you need to pull out photos or just see what you've ordered in the past. There is a cool, if you click on the 3 little dots here on each piece, you can see details from that order. So I don't have one for that has gone out, but it will tell you when it was mailed out, when it was ordered, that type of thing. So keep that in mind if you have questions about any of your pieces. Okay, does anybody have questions? I know I went really quickly, but if you have questions, let me know. I will also send out this recording if you want to go back and review it. And as always, reach out to your office staff. We are more than happy to help walk you through, help you through the proofing process. We realize it's a lot getting started, so we are here to support you. Thank you for joining me today. I'm going to stop recording.